a Samoan author accused of killing Samoan writer who was aunt of former US politician Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard. I heard that name before. I think she is Republican? Maybe. An author in Samoa has been charged with murdering another prominent Samoan writer who was also the aunt of the former US Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard. Authorities in the South Pacific Island nations said. I think she candidated for the president in primaries, although failed. Of course, failed miserably. Papali Zia Figio, 57 years old, is accused of killing Caroline Sinavayana Gabbard, 78 years old, after an argument last month, officials told the Associated Press. Both women were prominent figures in the Pacific Ritual community, and Sinavayana Gabbard's family is involved in US politics. Okay, so woman and woman argument, I see. One would think they would be already, out of this, violent phase when they are like 50 plus years old, but no, they are. Figio is in custody awaiting a court appearance next week. She has not entered a plea to the charge of murder. Figio is not yet represented by a lawyer, police said, and could not be contacted for comment. Sinavayana Gabbard, a poet and environmentalist, in 2013 became the first person of Samoan ancestry to reach the rank of full professor at a US university, according to the University of Hawaii at Manoa, where she taught from 1997 until her retirement in 2016. She and Figio, a poet and novelist, has been friends for 30 years, said Samoa's Deputy Police Commissioner Papali Mona Lisa Tiaketi in written comments provided to AP. The women had argued on the day Sinavayana Gabbard was killed. Tiaketi said, "Oh my God. Friends for 30 years. Oh my God. You would simply murder your friend who's been your friend for like 30 years. This humanity is fucked." Her body was found at Figio's house in Samoa's capital, Apia, 2 days later, after Figio reported the death to police officers, authorities said. She was accompanied by a family member who was the first person she confided, I guess, to regarding the incident, said Tiaiketi. The officials could not confirm a cause of death for Sinavayana Gabbard. A forensic pathologist was due to travel from Fiji to Apia, a city of 36,000 people on Samoa's second largest island, Upolu, to conduct an autopsy this month. Tulsi Gabbard, a former US Congresswoman from Hawaii, wrote on Instagram that her aunt had often shared her poetry with me and encouraged me to pursue my own writing when Gabbard was a child, and stayed at her aunt's cottage in Manoa. Sinavayana Gabbard's horrific death sent shockwaves throughout our family, wrote Gabbard, who renounced the Democratic Party in 2022 and said during a public event this month that she would be honored to serve as Republican Donald Trump's running mate in the November's presidential election. Okay, so in 2022? Okay, so she was a candidate in 2020 for Democrats. Although I believe she was speaking out against Democrats for a long while. Yeah, I think since 2020 actually. I was a rascal growing up, and that's an understatement, but she always stayed positive and always encouraged me to pray to God and ask for His mercy and His love, said the late writer brother, Mike Gabbard, a Democratic state senator from Hawaii. So they have a dynasty in Hawaii. He later followed in his sister's footsteps to attend Sonoma State University. Mike Gabbard told AP, and he credited her for his time as a teacher at a rural high school in American Samoa. She also inspired me to give back, that life wasn't always just about doing what made you happy, but also to consider serving others, serving God and serving others, he said. Sinavayana Gabbard played an essential role in moving the Department of English towards a more robust engagement with the literatures of the Pacific, said Professor John David Tsuan from the University of Hawaii. In a written comment to AP, her outstanding work with students earned her an award from the university, he said. Yep, this is very sad, to carry off, 30 plus years old, your friend who you've been friends with for 30 plus years, over some, random argument like that is, or even about any argument, that's just sad. That is simple is sad. What can we do? Let's move on. We got